Mogul male. Ludwig is stinky.
There's been a big update over at Twitch headquarters, and I see almost nobody talking about it, so let's talk about it. It starts with this guy. Now, there's two things you need to know about this guy. You might not be familiar with him, but it's time to get familiar. This is Emmett Shear, the CEO of Twitch. Now, you can forget about him because he has stepped down as CEO of Twitch, which is kind of a big deal because he has been at Twitch for as long as anybody can be at Twitch because he's one of the first 3 founding members of Justin TV, what it was called before it was fully switched to Twitch. He started in 2007 and he became CEO in 2011 when they made a spin-off of Justin TV for gaming called Twitch TV, which is what you now know today. That's been acquired by Amazon in 2014. And he went through all of that. He went through the acquisition, he went through COVID, and he went through the shit that they've been going through the past year. 16 years. That's a long time. Now, he dropped an entire little goodbye note that basically said, I'm resigning so I can hang out with my kid. And the most important part of this was he talked about the new CEO. Now, before we jump to the new CEO, Emmett Shear, for a long time, has gotten a lot of shit. I've given him a lot of shit. I've given the guy a lot of shit, which makes sense. He runs the company, and it feels like nobody even knows who he is, and he's a bit out of touch, which is fair. But let's back up a moment. When this guy was 24 years old, he founded Justin TV to live stream one of his friends 24/7 that eventually turned into Twitch TV. All right. He got the company through an acquisition, which is a pretty big deal, and dealt with scaling up from what was 3 employees to thousands of employees. Very hard things to do. Now, in business, there are people who are really good at creating businesses, and then there are people who are really good at running scaled up businesses with thousands of employees. I've always felt like Emmett Shear is more of the former than the latter. I feel like
because I think the ability to come up with these ideas and to create things that don't exist is its own skill and its own regard. But the man just can't run a platform. He can't run a platform that is actually accommodating and good for streamers. It's so sad because, I mean, even the fact that, like, as it stands right now, maybe you guys even have stories from other streamers. If you are a streamer who gets banned on Twitch, you don't even know what you got banned for half the time. The number of content creators I have met who have said, I got banned for X, Y, or Z, and now I'm banned for 2 weeks. How the fuck do I get my channel back? Can you tell me what was the bannable offense that I committed on my channel so I can make sure not to do it in the future? And then Twitch is like, see here, you were violating our rules. No, I understand that. What did I do that violated them? It was in your VOD. Okay, I got that. What was it? Can you send me a timestamp? No, we can't actually send you. Sorry, we can't. For every single person that got banned for saying cracker and got told that they got banned for saying cracker, there are 100 people that got banned for saying cracker and were never told. Isn't that what happened to Dr. Disrespect? From my understanding, the Dr. Disrespect situation was a little bit more complicated than that, but he's never publicized it. It doesn't seem like he ever will. I'm not sure if he signed an NDA or what. That's intentional? Yeah, to be clear, it's intentional. It's just like not a good way to run your platform. It's a good way to like escape accountability because Twitch just gets to be like, whoa, we don't know why we banned you. Oh, this other streamer that's doing the same thing that you are? Well, if we banned you, we should have banned them. But we don't want to be held accountable. So it's all of it is intentional. And it's not a good way to keep streamers on your platform, which is really sad. Which is really, really sad. Rumor is he was playing Twitch versus YouTube to get a better split over 70-30. No way. Dr. Disrespect was too big of a streamer to have a 70-30. He probably had a way bigger cut. Most of the biggest streamers have like a 90-10 split where they make 90% of all the revenue and Twitch only takes 10. So he was making too much money, I guess. It's hard to tell. So anyways, it's pretty sad. It's pretty pathetic the way that Twitch has treated its creators for a long time. The banning thing is just one thing. Another problem is like harassment on the platform. If you are a big content creator on Twitch, you can actually get Twitch to do something about content creators harassing you. Like Gideon is a good example, right? So Gideon is someone who broke TOS by committing a hate raid. Now, whether or not he believed it to be a hate raid, whether or not it was in good faith, whatever the reason, I don't care. The reality is Twitch classified his behavior as a hate raid and he got banned for said hate raid. But Pokey was only capable of doing that because she was a big streamer. If you get hate rated as a small streamer, Twitch support is non-existent. If you try and contact Twitch support and you're like, hey, I'm being like harassed by X, Y, and Z. Hey, I'm doing this. Hey, this. Twitch literally doesn't give a fuck. They do not care about it. What is a hate raid? When someone else raids into your channel and everyone is shitting on you from their stream. So if I was streaming to whatever number of people and I decide I'm going to make fun of one of you chatters, okay? Someone in chat who is currently streaming. I'm like, this streamer fucking sucks. Oh my God, look at them. Look at them. They're such a loser. Look at them. Look at how stupid they look. And I'm like, you know what would be funny, guys? Let's raid into them. Let's raid into them and then let's make fun of them. And then all of us go and we start making fun of this streamer. That's what a hate raid is. And a load of my favorites were getting wrecked for hate raids and nothing was done about it. Yep. So Twitch is one of those platforms where the top streamers actually get to get recourse and they actually get clear communication with Twitch and everybody else gets fucked. Everybody else. And so it's really sad. It's very sad. It's very pathetic. I didn't know big streamers got 90%. Why does Twitch give them 90%? It's because they have to give them 90% so they don't leave. And also at that point, like they're making so much money that 10% is like, it's a lot of money for Twitch, which is pretty sad and pathetic. Very sad and pathetic. Very, very sad and pathetic. The evil cozy.tv people are looking for trans people on Twitch and they raid them. It's awful. Yep. Feels so backward. The people that don't particularly need a higher cut get one so that the people who can afford their own Twitch sub. Yeah. Yep. Which is really sad. It's really sad and very pathetic. But I mean, think about it. Just think about it for 2 seconds, chat. If you are Twitch and streamers come to you and they're like, please give us more money, and you tell them no and then they don't do anything, you're not incentivized to give them more money. However, if a streamer comes to you and they say, give me a 70-30 cut right now or I'm going to YouTube and then you will be making $0 off of me. Twitch is like, well, we still want to make money off of you. Fine, you can have a higher cut. Look at this. Isn't this such a fuck you? I'm going to show you guys. So I'm pretty sure it's turned off or like technically it's turned on by default. But the fact that it even exists is a joke. Ad-free viewing allows subscribers to watch your content.
You tried to stream such negotiations. Seems.
What negotiations? They don't give a fuck if I stream negotiations or not. Who is turning this off? Like, who? I just want to know. I just want to know who is like, I want subs to have to suffer. Off. It's so, that's the... I just don't understand. I guess if you're like an enormous streamer, you can do it. Like XQC can probably do it. But man, is that such a fuck you. Oh, hi. Well, hi, Mayor. Hi. Is it sitting time?
Checked out of any of the things that actually matter in the space, like the just chatting category, which is the largest category for Twitch streamers. And he, at his core, is a StarCraft nerd who's like, there's nothing else for me here. There's nothing. I got nothing. So I think it's a wholly good thing that he has created, and I think it's also a good thing for the company that he is leaving, so somebody else can take the reins. But the question is, the new person actually good? Well, this is the guy. This is Dan Clancy. Now, I'm pulling up this picture of him because, one, it was on Wikipedia, and two, this is how he was dressed at TwitchCon. So this is how every single streamer saw him. And to his credit, Dan Clancy was very forward at TwitchCon. I remember having many conversations with streamers who had met him because he was the president of Twitch at the time and had gone up to them to talk to them and see how they're feeling and all that good stuff. He was doing a little schmoozing. You do a little schmoozing every now and again. Now, Dan joined Twitch in 2019, so he's probably credited with growing the site a lot. I don't know how much credit you can give to Dan and how much credit you can give to a novel coronavirus that made everybody get locked into their homes for a couple of years and then make content blow up more than it ever had.
Yep.
But he gets enough credit that now the guy is the goddamn CEO. Before this, he worked at some social network called Neighbor City, Neighborhood. I don't know. I think it's like where a bunch of Karens in a neighborhood yell about someone who's driving down the street that looks a little suspicious because their Toyota Camry's beaten down. Anyway, there's a few people who are maybe rightly concerned with the new CEO, Dan. Specifically, Dan's Gaming, coincidentally, tweeted this out. Twitch's last remaining founder and CEO has stepped down. The person replacing him is the one who wrote this letter last year.
Yep.
Oh, what's the letter?
It was
Why not 70/30?
It's just what we just talked about.
Oh, yeah. This is the letter that was originally written September last year about how they were removing 70/30 and they're going to move all streamers to a 50/50 ad split. The decision that made everybody throw up their hands and say, what the fuck are you guys doing here? Why are you fucking the creators? We're the ones who literally make all the content for this website. That was him.
It's also really sad and dumb too, because I don't know. I think it's really fucked up because there are a lot of streamers on Twitch that have explicitly said that they don't want to go somewhere else. They have explicitly said, I don't want to leave Twitch. My entire community is on Twitch. Everyone that is in my audience is on Twitch. I love being on Twitch. Why do you have to shaft us so hard? And Twitch's response is, okay. We don't care. We don't care. You can go to YouTube if you want. We don't care. Which is, I don't know if that's the correct way to run your platform. I'm going to be honest. I don't know. I shed 0 tears for creators after they opted for doing the 10-minute ads after this because they just had to instead of living below rich means. Dude, I don't know how streamers do the 10 minutes of ads. That's crazy. Like, people complain in chat about like my ads. I want to show you guys what Twitch tells you as a streamer. Let me show you guys. Because I realize that some of you don't even probably have any idea. How do I?
DNM wiggle.
So I will give you guys a sneak peek, okay? But don't tell anyone. Okay, guys? All right, don't tell anyone. Because if you guys tell someone, I'll be really upset. So this is currently my setup for streaming. This is currently what I do for streaming. And the reason I do this is because, so currently I accept the 3-minute contract, which is the smallest contract they even offer you. They literally don't offer you anything smaller than that. This is, you know what? We're going to go full transparency right now. Okay? We're going to go full transparency. Okay, this is what Twitch offered me, which, by the way, is a joke still. It's a joke that they aren't even willing to tell me the amount that they're going to pay me. And they're like, I don't know, it could be anywhere. Well, I don't know. It could be anywhere from less than $900 to more than double that. We don't know. And they also don't tell you. They also don't tell you what will make you earn more or less. They literally, this is per month, chat. This is a monthly rate. So if I accept a 3-minute contract, at the end of the month, they will say, well, you earned $1,000. Okay? I hope you like it. And monthly, yes. 3 minutes per hour, yes. You could negotiate based on your following. I think it's baked into the contract. You can't. Twitch is unresponsive. When you send messages to Twitch, it's like sending them into a black hole. They just send replies like, sorry, we can't do anything at this time. That's it. So yeah. So 3 minutes is the minimum. And I know what you guys are thinking. Okay, well, just don't run any ads. Okay? Don't run any ads, Denims. Why are you running ads at all? You know? And the reason, chat, is because if I have to pick between 3 minutes of ads, here, I will show you guys. Save. If I have to pick between 3 minutes of ads and pre-rolls, I'm picking 3 minutes of ads. Pre-rolls are the worst thing for Twitch. They are the worst thing for Twitch. Genuinely. And unfortunately, the sad reality is this is the only way to do it. After, if you reduce this, if you reduce the ad length to below this amount, if you reduce it to less than 3 minutes an hour, pre-rolls get turned on. And what are pre-rolls? Basically, have you ever clicked a stream and as soon as you click the stream, an ad starts playing? Have you guys ever had this happen to you? You're like, ooh, who's this streamer? Cutie Cinderella. Let's click. And then there's an ad immediately there. That is what is a pre-roll ad. Why are they the worst, I can guess? Because if you are clicking a channel for the first time ever and you get a pre-roll ad, you are closing that channel. I literally always immediately leave. I have never stayed for a pre-roll ad for a channel that I've never watched. So if there's a channel that I already like, and I know I like, I'll stay. But if I've never watched the channel and I get a pre-roll, I close it and I go somewhere else. And I will not have that on my channel. I will not. I refuse to have that. I think it's way, 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 way terrible. I would rather have at the beginning of every hour, there's 3 minutes, and I spend those 3 minutes doing something that isn't important, and then nobody misses anything in stream. Especially if the channel has like pre-roll of like 8+ ads. The sad thing is streamers don't even get to pick how many pre-roll ads are played. The only way to remove pre-roll ads is by putting an ad schedule in.
Mogul.
And this is the minimum amount. This is the minimum that you have to put. You have to put, if I could put 1 minute of ads, I would put 1 minute of ads. If I could put 0, I would put 0. If you don't want pre-rolls, don't be an affiliate or partner. Oh, let me just remove all of my streams of income. That's a good idea. That's actually a great idea. I don't know why I didn't think of that. You know what, guys? I'll just quit streaming. That's a good idea. Some chatters, bro. Some chatters. Also, I'm pretty sure you still get pre-rolls. Isn't that what Ludwig said? He said YouTube offered a great deal and he told Twitch and their response was have fun at YouTube. Yep. This is super informative. Yeah, I mean, I think that the clarity is a good thing. I think clarity is a good thing. I don't mind pre-rolls, but I bet most people do click away. I know that I do. And the fact that I do is enough information for me to not have them on. If I know that I will click away, I'm not running those. I'm not having pre-rolls on my channel. It's not happening. I refuse to have it on my channel. So, yeah. I mute ads. Yeah, I mean, good. I click away so quick to the point. I just got a Twitch Turbo. But anyways. Pre-rolls equals money over content. Yeah, it's really sad. I pay for Turbo for this reason too. And it's just like, why? Like, why are they doing this to us? Why are they forcing us to play ads on our channels? Like, why? Why? I don't understand why, you know? When I joined today, my Prime expired and I got like 8 ads. I resubbed as soon as I could. I'll be 35 this year. I haven't watched an ad anywhere in several years. How much is Turbo? Turbo's like $8 a month or something, I think. But streamers make $0 from the Turbo money, which is just a complete joke. Like, people get Turbo so that they could watch streamers and not have to deal with ads, and then streamers get none of it. It's just like, it's such a fuck you. But this is why people, because I think a lot of viewers see streamers say, I fucking hate Twitch. And I don't think a lot of people understand why streamers hate Twitch so much. Like, it's not that streamers hate Twitch because they're entitled and they want like all the money in the world or whatever. It's that we don't have even basic like communication with Twitch execs. Like, very, very basic conversations are not available. What the fuck are they doing to the sand? I don't know what they were doing to that sand, though. Doesn't Turbo work like a sub? You still get ad money as a streamer? Yeah, but like with a sub, you actually get directly. But anyways, I've never seen Twitch advertise Turbo either. Yeah, I don't know why. But
I didn't know you don't get any money from Turbo, my bad.
no, please, by all means. If you like Turbo, get Turbo, you know? Too bad Kick is self-sabotaging to the point where it's not really additional competition for Twitch. Yep. People don't really like being treated unfairly. Yeah. Yeah. Does a business takes action to make money or save a dying business? Yeah. But anyways, okay. I know digital platforms aren't cheap to run, but like Twitch must have more money than God. So the reason why, and to be clear, why not do Patreon? I feel bad doing Patreon because I'm not going to upload anything on Patreon. My schedule is too busy to upload anything on Patreon. And I feel bad having a Patreon that people sub to where I don't make anything. I just don't. I feel eventually when I am making content there and I'm uploading maybe like the behind the scenes stuff of certain things, I will get a Patreon, but I feel guilty having a Patreon where I just do nothing on it. So to be clear, Twitch runs at a profit. Or sorry, they run at a loss, excuse me. But the reason they run at a loss is because live streaming is actually very intensive. You have to have these servers that are capable of taking a stream and showing it to viewers. And then you also have to have storage space. Videos, especially 1080p videos, are very expensive to store. So Twitch pays a lot on those regards, in that front. But the problem is that Twitch is owned by Amazon. And Twitch uses Amazon Web Services for all of their hosting, for all of it. So they're not even necessarily paying for it because Amazon has the servers ready to be used. It's not like they're running at capacity. So yeah, they're paying, but they're not actually. They're not actually paying, but they want to run at a loss because running at a loss is good for tax purposes. You get so many tax benefits as a corporation if you run at a loss. It's why a lot of companies and people will say like, oh my God, I ran at a loss this year. Guess what? It's because it helps you delay your tax repayment over the course of years if you run at a loss. So you pay less in taxes. And the amount that you have to pay in taxes, you have years to pay it off instead of how it currently is with taxes where you have to pay it instantly if you run at a profit. So it's just a shit show. It's a rigged system. It's a rigged system. This is actually like accounting. The one thing that they teach you in accounting is just how rigged corporations have it. I learned so much about corporate tax law and it's just a joke. Bandwidth is insanely expensive. Live streams use a lot of it. Amazon doesn't necessarily own that because they still have to pay the internet providers for their data centers. So that's like the problem. So there's one thing that you're missing. Let me explain it a little bit better. Tax season. I don't want to pay my taxes. No. That's like the worst part of Twitch streaming too. However much money you think you're making less because you have to pay so much in taxes. But what I'm trying to explain is that this is Amazon, okay? Let's say this is like Amazon's, I don't know, their data centers or whatever. This is where they hold all the servers or whatever. And let's say they have all of this space, whatever amount of space this is. This is all for their Amazon web services, okay? Amazon probably has some amount of space available for new clients, for maybe clients that are no longer with them, that have left, and they now have the space that they're going to sell off to someone else, but they have excess space and they're already paying some like X dollar amount to be able to have all of this space. So they're already eating this cost. Amazon Web Services runs at an insane profit for anyone in here who doesn't know. Amazon Web Services is what makes Amazon money. Just so everyone's on the same page, Amazon Fresh, it doesn't make that much money. Amazon, like the delivery service or like the marketplace service, doesn't make that much money. Amazon Web Service makes so much money. It's what makes basically all of their money. Okay? And so they have all of this like excess space just sitting here anyways. Twitch uses some amount of this space. For Amazon, it's more about opportunity cost. They're sitting on this space anyways. Why would they charge their subsidiary for the space? They already have it. They've already taken all of the bills. They already have to pay the bills for all of this shit anyways. Like, this idea that, like, okay, well, Twitch is very expensive to run because running any live stream platform is very expensive. But they're sitting on this space anyways. They're not actually charging Twitch the amount of money for the space. They're not actually charging it. Yeah, Amazon Web Services recorded $21 billion in revenue in just quarter 4. Oh, that's crazy. That's crazy. The only reason that they run at a loss is because they use the retail AWS charges to calculate it. Yep, you got it. So Twitch pretends like the reason that Twitch operates at a loss, it pretends like that they actually pay for the space. They pretend like, oh, look at us, we're giving Amazon money to pay for this space. But they're not. Amazon has all the excess space that they can just give to them. But it's pretty pathetic. So yeah. Yep. For people who are saying what is Amazon Web Services? Anytime you go to a website, the website is running probably because it uses Amazon Web Services. Here, this is their official website on it.
We investigated ourselves and found we did nothing wrong. I mean, we bought everything from ourselves and lost all our money.
Now, I'm not a huge tech giant, okay? I don't know a lot of stuff about tech. All right, so I don't know that much. I know the bare minimum about this stuff. Enough to be able to talk about it, basically. So I will use the Wikipedia page that has all the technical terms. Everything's correct here. Amazon Web Services is a subsidiary of Amazon that provides on-demand cloud computing platforms and APIs to individuals and companies and governments on a metered pay-as-you-go basis. Oftentimes, clients will use this in combination with auto-scaling, a process that allows clients to use more compute in times of high application use. So basically, when you go to a website, the website is running. How are they running? They are running because Amazon Web Services is providing them the space to do it, if that makes sense. The hosting. Yes, exactly. As well as all of the other stuff that comes with that. People would be blown away by just how many of these services are hooked up to AWS. Yep. A lot of them are. A lot of them. And this is like Amazon's moneymaker. This is Amazon's like moneymaker. They make so much profit off of it. It's basically just virtual servers and drives. Yep. It's most of the internet. Yep. Amazon, Microsoft, and Google dominate the cloud market, having established itself as early leader, cloud infrastructure. Here we go. Yep. This is insane. So you guys know when you go on like Google Drive or whatever, and you post stuff there, and then you're posting stuff in the cloud, you're just posting it somewhere else and you can access it. It's the same concept on like a larger scale. Websites who don't want to have their own servers, they don't want to pay for the upfront cost to do all that shit, so they pay for somebody else to do it. Oracle was so shit. No wonder it's fucking dead. But Amazon leads by a lot. I work on a system hosted in AWS. It shows the monthly bill on the dashboard, and the cost for just one of our environments is insane. Oh yeah, I mean, I'm not saying that the places that they're cheap. I'm just saying that they make a lot of money for Amazon. Okay, I think we went over that really quickly. Let's go.
I don't know how much you can personally pin it on Dan, I don't know if Dan is someone who is particularly like gung-ho about making money. I assume Dan's the guy brought in by Amazon because Amazon, the corporate overlord that owns Twitch, wants to turn some sort of profitability. And Dan is the no-nonsense bullshit guy who doesn't give a shit about gaming, probably, who's going to enforce all those rules. That's at least how it feels looking from the outside in. But there are also some different accounts about Dan. That same month where he wrote the letter, the chief content officer at Twitch announced her departure the same day, actually. And she worked directly under Dan Clancy. And when the news was announced, she left and said he's out of touch with creators and profit-focused, which I think is Twitch's whole MO. And we have to understand at the end of the day, even though I want creators to be supported, and I am a goddamn creator, Twitch is a company that is trying to drive a profit. And as much as they can mask as someone who's trying to be your pal, and this is just good old Twitch here, trying to create content. No, everyone who's a creator is a commodity. You know, no different than YouTube, although I think they mask it a little better and they make me feel better in calls. Everybody treats the creators like a commodity, and the viewers is like what we are trying to serve to get more ad sales, to make more money, to make profit eventually. All right, that is the goal. That's the eventual goal. They cannot bleed money forever because the money.
But the sad thing is, like, so this is the problem that's really depressing. I've spoken to people who, again, they know more about the tech side of this. I am more on the business side of this. And they have told me the problem is that Twitch really fucked themselves when they started giving certain perks to affiliates. So the best way to explain this actually is via Twitch Tracker, I think. So Twitch Tracker right now, let's go to it. Okay. If you are, let's look up my Twitch Tracker. Let's look up mine. I am like a mid-sized streamer, okay? I am a mid-sized streamer, and I am top 0.02% of Twitch. I am top 2,000 streamers. Which, it doesn't speak on my success. It speaks on how many streamers are on the platform. And I know people are thinking, no, that means that you're huge. I am not. You guys would be depressed if you saw my paychecks. It's not that much. It's not that much. But this makes it seem like it's a lot. I will be completely transparent with you guys, Chad, okay? I currently have, right now, in this moment, let's go to my dashboard and we will see in this moment right now. Loading. Okay. It says 1394 sub points. Okay. So let's pull up a calculator. Let's call it 1,400 subs. Okay. 1,400 subs at a 50-50 split. Not plus.
Hey, Denims.
Where's
This
the
is your
enter
monthly
button?
reminder that you're the best streamer on Twitch. DNML, you're the best.
Okay. And then plus, I don't know, 1,000 for ad revenue that I get from whatever thing that I do. Okay. And then times that by 12. Okay. This is what Twitch is giving me. Really sad. Okay. And guess what? You still have to pay 15%. What would it be? 85 for self-employment taxes. Okay. That's just self-employment taxes. That's not even anything else. That's literally just self-employment taxes. Okay. So let's
don't
say
want to be depressed by how little you make people sad.
So let's say I pay, let's be nice and generous. Let's just say I pay 5K in taxes on top of that. Okay. So let's just say I pay $5,000 on taxes on top of that, which is very generous. And this is not this. So this is what I have to work with. This is what Twitch. So I am top 0.02% on Twitch. And this is what I make. In LA? Yes. Yeah. So that's not including the insane rent prices. Per month? You think I make this? This is per year. This is per year, my friend. Per month. This motherfucker said per month. This guy said per month.
Here is $3 more from someone who makes a little less than you per month. P.
Per day? Oh, damn, I make more than Denim. Do you have other income sources? I have one other income source, and that's it. Per month. Can you imagine me complaining about my wages if this was my per month? Per hour? So this is what I make per year, okay? This is what I make per year. And this is a big reason why I started doing Fansly content, because it's just not sustainable. People are like, oh, you're a big streamer. No, I'm not. Top 0.02% makes $40,000 a year. Okay. All right. So that doesn't speak on like how successful of a streamer I am. That speaks on how much of a shit show Twitch is.
For your troubles, lady.
Thank you. Cole, thank you for the 3 months of Prime. This was not me trying to get subs, but thank you. Codeman, thank you for the 3 months. Accent, thank you for the 17 months. Thank you for the dono earlier lunchbox. Thank you. Case World, thank you for the 7 months. Food, thank you for the 13 months. Thank you guys. Thank you. Fansly split is, I think it's like 80-20. The 50-50 split is really messed up. It's very messed up. Yeah. Yeah. Do you have income outside of Twitch? The only income I have outside of Twitch is my OnlyFans Fansly stuff. And that's it. Do you get any money from VOD views? Nope. Nope. Nothing. I do not make anything from that. So what I was trying to say, I'm trying to remember what I was trying to talk about. God, what was I trying to talk about? Because I made all this. I did not want to make this point so that I could be like, my life is so hard. Everyone have sympathy for me. I just want to be transparent. And the best way to be transparent is just to talk about my experiences on Twitch. And go from there. Like, you have to understand. So, oh yeah, I remember what I was talking about. Right. So the problem is that Twitch has, let's break Twitch up into the top 0.05% of creators. Okay. So I would be in this group. And then everybody else, the other 99.95% of streamers. Okay. And basically, these are the only streamers that are actually making a livable wage. These are the only people that actually stream as a job. These are the only people that are actually even bringing any revenue to Twitch. Okay? Everybody else, oops, I didn't mean to remove that. Everyone else on Twitch is making no money. Everyone else on Twitch is making no money. The problem is that they offer the same services to this group of people that they do to this group of people. These are the streamers that are bringing in all the viewers. They're bringing in all the income. They're bringing in most of what Twitch is. Okay? But they provide the same 1080p. So here's things that this is what you get as one of these streamers. You get 1080p streaming quality. You get like as many VOD uploads as you want. Like just all the VODs in the world. They can be as long as you want, as many clips as you want. And you can stream as much as you want with this. Okay, you could do fucking like a month subathon. Which all of this stuff is really expensive. It's really expensive to host live streaming, and it's really expensive to host videos that are that big. And guess what? They offer the same shit to everyone else. And I'm not saying that like, oh, you're a pleb on Twitch, you don't get any viewers. Yeah, well, you shouldn't have any rights. No, you still get VODs. You just have to be an affiliate. You just have to be an affiliate and you can have your VODs saved. The reality is that Twitch used to have like a system. They used to have like a priority system where basically if some number of streamers were streaming in that exact moment, if you were not a big streamer, your stream would be downgraded. Instead of it being 1080, it would be like downgraded to like 720, or in really bad cases like 480p. And I'm not saying that that's right. I'm just saying that was the system in place for a long time because hosting this shit is really expensive. So they have to be picky about who they give it to. They can't just give it to everyone because it's really expensive to do. And then recently they were like, actually, everyone can get it. And because this is making us lose money, we're going to take money from the biggest streamers. So they're like, in a sad way, the people who really need it because like they're in like a middle ground where they're like, maybe the streaming will become viable. Where like I'm in that position right now where like I'm streaming can be potentially viable long term. If I can grow my channel, if I can put in more time, put in more hours and really try and grind and try and make the best content I can, streaming can be viable for me. Maybe. But for a lot of these streamers, these are people who are never going to be streamers. These are people who like streaming is not something that they have the energy or time to dedicate their lives to, which is what you need to do. To be a streamer, you have to be like insane, basically. You have to be insane about the grind. Like you have to be insane about like really wanting it. And for most people, that's just not the case because it's a lot of work. It's a lot of energy. And I say this to everyone. If you want to be a streamer, great, amazing. Just know what you're getting yourself into. Just know that it'll be a long time before you see any money. It'll be a long time before you see success. Know that like it is a matter of like working all day, every day for your channel. And every minute you are spending not working is time wasted. So just know that. Just know that. As long as you're aware of that and you know that, then please go for it. Yeah, it's very, I mean, of course it's ableist. Streaming is like any identity-based career. You have to grind to get noticed. You have to be very, very lucky. Yep. That's not even including the fact that like it's also luck-based. And there are streamers that I've known who have tried streaming for 10 years to like under 100 viewers. And then after 10 years, they were like, this isn't going to work. I am going to go get a real job. Because I have tried and I've tried and I've tried and I've tried and nothing is working. Watches Denims talks herself out of streaming. No, I have like a lot of, desire and drive, I miss those streamers. Yeah, it can be rough. But, for Minx, it took her 5 years to become popular. It takes a long time for a lot of streamers to become popular, to become big. And the saddest thing too is that like you have to understand, if you do want to be a streamer, you have to understand that it's not enough for you to make like 80K a year. I know what some people are thinking, 80K a year, oh my God, 80K a year would change my life. It's also not enough for you to make 120K a year. And I know people are thinking, what? How is it not enough to be able to make this much? You can't do streaming forever. You can't. There is eventually going to be a time where you get exhausted. There's going to become a time where people aren't interested in your content anymore, which can happen at any time, which is why even Ludwig has talked about it. Ludwig has said like, I'm not going to do streaming forever. I can't do streaming forever. Eventually you will L plus ratio plus fall off. And it's just the way that it is. Like there will be, we have seen like 10 different iterations of Minecraft streamers. Like between the time of like Rooster Teeth's like Minecraft streams to like SMP? Dream Simp? I don't know what it's called. There have been like 10 different iterations of streamers. So you have to make enough money that you can do streaming for like 5 years and then retire. So you have to be making straight up 7 figures streaming so that you can actually retire. Because that's the only way to do it. It's the only way. Otherwise, you will never, ever, ever be able to stop streaming. And nobody wants to be streaming in their fucking 50s. Also, nobody will be able to even relate because streaming is a very young platform. And you either have to have Zoomer energy or you just have to be a younger person to stay relevant. You know, Hassan is the only grandpa I see being, the only person I see being a grandpa and still streaming. Dude, Hassan would stream in his 50s. You're right, actually. Well, he's already 50, right? Or at least he looks it. Okay, that was so mean. Oh my God, I didn't mean it. I didn't mean it. That was so harsh. I am sorry. I didn't mean it. I just saw a really good opportunity. Okay. It's that part of my brain. You know what it is, chat? I want to apologize. Okay. I just want to apologize really quickly. The problem is that I haven't played video games lately. I haven't.
Aren't you the bigot who used the snack pack and turtleneck slur when referring to guys' foreskin? Such bullshit. How are you still allowed to stream? Leftists have it so easy.